right, it's no secret Democrats will push forward any conspiracy theory that they can just to try and take down the president. As a reminder, most of the crazy stories they have put forward have all been proven false. We have the evidence. This is only a tiny bit of it.
Multiple U.S. officials with direct knowledge of the briefings tell CNN that classified documents on Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. election presented last week to President Obama and to President-elect Trump included allegations that Russian operatives claimed to have compromising personal and financial information about Mr. Trump.
A sort of dossier of alleged dirt that the Russians allegedly say they allegedly have on Donald Trump. Alleged dirt that they allegedly used to allegedly cultivate him as basically a Russian asset.
You get the person's phone records. Here they see these calls to the blocked number, and now there seems to be good evidence that that was probably President Trump.
We begin with a new report that Paul Manafort, the president's former campaign chairman, paid secret visits, multiple ones, to Julian Assange at the Ecuadorian embassy in London. This is according to The Guardian.
President Trump directed his attorney to lie to Congress.
By the way, this is just a preview of coming attractions. Wait till we have some big things planned. Joining us now with a reaction, Congressman Devin Nunes. Congressman, let's go with what we do know, and that is they rigged the investigation into Hillary. Even James Baker, the general counsel under Comey, wanted to indict Hillary. Everyone was warned in August of 2016 the dossier was paid for by Hillary, not verified. Frauds committed multiple times on the FISA court, and nobody yet has been held accountable. Why?
I just want to make sure first you're not going to beat me out with those loud beeps.
No, not at all.
Okay.
You don't lie. Lying Adam Schiff. It's not. We don't say that about you.
Well, Sean, I think what you saw today is this is just another example of where you're going to need the beep soon, because you saw a fake news story this morning that leaked out, another fake news story this afternoon dealing with the Cohen testimony. And it's really becoming a circus around here, and it's like Groundhog Day, right? We get up, it's the same old thing. Now the Democrats are saying they're running a real investigation. Well, if they're running a real investigation, they wouldn't have staffers leak out things that end up not being true, which is what happened this morning with the so-called changed testimony. That's what we've been dealing with around here for 2 years. So to answer your question, what's going to happen, we are preparing a criminal referral that we will present to the Attorney General at the appropriate time.
For
many crimes, the obvious ones that you would know about would be lying to Congress, but we will also be looking at FISA abuse and all the other matters that we've been looking into, and it will probably be one
then let me ask you this.
Large referral.
How soon will these criminal referrals be coming?
We're probably going to be prepared in the next 2 to 3, 4 weeks. One of the things that is coming up, so don't mind all the shiny balls that you see running around Congress here with the so-called new investigation. Just ignore that. What people should be looking out for is next week, on March 14th, a federal judge down in Florida has ordered the release of depositions by Christopher Steele, who is supposedly the author of the dossier.
I saw that.
And David Kramer, who pled the fifth to this committee, who we know was handling and moving the dossier around to press outlets.
Right.
That's really going to be critical. So we have not ever interviewed Christopher Steele, and we don't know what David Kramer would say because he pled the fifth. So this could be critical. It may be nothing, but it could be critical for our referral.
You've seen it all. We expect the Mueller report, maybe even as early as this week. We know that all of these documents, all of these interviews, we know all of this will eventually become public. You're convinced that Mueller can't possibly have anything on collusion at all because there was none.
Well, there was no collusion. The only collusion occurred between the Democrats and the Russians, and that we still are trying to get to the bottom of. Now, there's this obstruction route, which we don't know what Mueller's going to say on that. It seems pretty far-fetched to me. Yeah. But if you look at the Mueller indictments, they read like Russian spy novels, but at the end of the day, they don't have anything. They sound like Russian spy novels, but they don't have anything.
And Andrew Weissmann was briefed in the middle of all of this. How interesting. All right. We look forward to it. We're going to follow it. Congressman Devin Nunes, thank you for that update.